Good afternoon. It's 1:41 here in the Adirondacks. I went into the out today. Yeah. So I picked up 2 of these because we needed some more peroxide because I used up and not 1, so I got 2. Got some pops, 2 things of Mountain Dew and some Pepsi. Got some bread, 2 loaves of that. So here's the counter. I did not get a lot today. I didn't. I got some of these dollar things for the Waterfall garden out back for those steps. That way at night, if somebody wants to go up there, they can see where they're stepping. I got some junk. Chocolate and strawberry cheesecake. Yep, I'm guilty. And I see my creamer there behind me, and I really could use another cup of coffee. I did pick up a couple more basil seeds, whether I use them this year or not. Slim Jims, we all know who likes those. Miss Allie. Picked up some lighters. And let's see. So preparing and stuff doesn't mean you need to do a huge grocery shopping every week or every couple of days or whatever, but sometimes I do that. But I just picked up like 2 of these. They're the potatoes. Now these taste like you just mashed potatoes. So they're the Idaho. They taste just like you. I get the red russet or the red potato. I get all different flavors. I did get something I didn't need. Yep, I got me one of those at the Dollar General. I'm gonna save these. We got 2 of these, but we're not gonna use these on our teeth. Bigfoot and I'll make a video on why I got those. It has to do with outdoors. This was $1 and I got one more thing I did not need. Ferry crossing. Oh, and I picked up this really cute jar. It's got a bee on it. And that bee matches the cup that TJ, the boys, and Charlie got me. See? This cup matched, or this jar matched this cup. So, thought that was cute. Yeah. I gotta hang things back up. Got some of these, you know, because the girls always need those. And I got some hair clog drain stuff. I have never used this one. I always use liquid plumber. We'll see how it works. And I got one of these. I'm just gonna leave the rest of those lights in there. I just picked up 1 of each. 1 beef, 1 chicken broth. Yep, that's it. I did not do a big shopping, but I did get another one of these. This granite stoneware can go in the oven too. And I haven't used mine that I have. I guess it's on the stove from this morning when I made Allie's grilled cheese. They can go in the oven and the stone top. So, but I'm weird. I'm gonna use 1 for the oven, 1 for the stove top. Don't ask. I don't have a reasoning for it, but I just wanted to. Besides, we love the Bigfoot used it the other day. He's used it a couple of times before this, but he used it the other day and he really likes it. So I wanted to get another one because 1 is none and 2 is 1. So, sorry, I'm turning my head sideways reading a text message from Bigfoot. I also did a thing. I'm gonna turn this around so y'all can see it. I throw bags everywhere. Yeah. Okay, so I got more trees. Yep, got more trees. So these are the flowering crab, because we found out with our apple trees that they will not pollinate one another. And you need another apple tree with ours. And if it's not golden delicious, you can use flowering crabs. So I wanted the flowering cherry, but I know cherries don't do apples, so whichever. I did try to find the light pink or a white, but all I could find was these two, so they're both the same. But they'll be pretty. And I took a picture, and Bigfoot liked it. So, focus. No. Why isn't it? There we go. Focus. So yeah, that's the color. I did want that light pink, but it will look pretty because I have a lot of light colors already. So having something dark will be nice. So yeah, and I drove it home. There's the peat moss for the rose bush out back. Actually, it's a climbing rose. And I had to weight everything down in the back of the truck and put everything in the cab. And drove home with hazards on, because last time I got 3 trees with the truck. Yeah, so. Fun times, right? Fun times. There's a squatch out there, do you see it? Well, that's what the soils are for, is the different plants. I did get some Dusty Miller. Our bleeding heart is doing really well out here. And I don't remember what this bush is called, but it gets different colors through different seasons. And then this is the tiny little bleeding heart that came off the bigger one. And the azaleas, I need to clean up this mess. The azaleas are right here. They're the same color as those trees that I just got. Yeah. And then check out this rake. My mom and my stepdad, last Thursday, I think, or Friday, they brought this over. This is an antique, y'all. This is old. Yeah. That's really, really, really old. So, yeah. And it even has the spring. You turn it around, you got a little nut on there. So this is like a plasticky wire. But look how cool that is. Every other one bent up, bent down, bent up, bent down, all the way across. And then they got the wire. Y'all could build something like this, I suppose. I mean, they did a long time ago. I use this, and this thing picks up pine needles and the dead grass out really, really well. So I need to pick up this pile. Yeah. So the dandelions, we haven't mowed yet, but it's becoming about time. Yeah. But the grass is still spotty. Like we have no grass and then some grass. Out here is a wreck. Yeah. Out here is a wreck. So it looks like a drought's happening or something. Yeah. So I need to get this lifted up to allow the other grass to grow. Yeah. There's a clover. The bunnies like to eat that. You can eat that too. It tastes like green beans, just saying. And dandelion, you can eat that. All right, well, we have dandelions this year growing everywhere. We've never had, like, they're all the way out in the driveway. We haven't had this many dandelions in the garden forever. Yep. All right. We will turn this back around. Before we go turning this back around, we do have things coming back up. The lilies and the phlox, and I don't remember what this is, but there's some kind of, oh, this is a, I think this is, geez, what is this? It could be just a hosta, but I'm not sure what's coming up. It needs more dirt down there though. And the Japanese maple's opening up. The fishies are all nice and happy. Yep, nice and sunny today for the fish. I need to put some salts in here for their slime coat. And later on, I need to put in some algae stuff. Yeah. And I probably should hook up the waterfall, but I don't know. This is our willow, our pussy willow tree that's coming back. And the flowers have sprung. Yep. So they probably need a drink. Everything's really dry. The phlox out here are starting to bud, so they should be opening in the next day or so. Those ones are light purple. And I think these ones are also a light purple or a pink. I can't remember. But yeah, they've creeped quite a bit. They're all the way out in the grass. I'll have to take some of this up and plant it someplace else. Yeah. So, get things that spread, that cover more spaces. It just takes a little patience to wait for them, to allow them to fill in your areas. You don't need to go spending tons of money and filling in everything at once, although it is tempting, I know. But then one of the apple trees here is flowering. This one is so pretty. Yep, this one's a wine sap. We have a wine sap here and a wine sap out front. There's another wine sap. It's so pretty. So yeah, it'll be a little while. So that's why I got the flowering crabs, because the wine saps do not pollinate each other. And they do not pollinate the Red Delicious one that we have out back. So, yeah, that's a thing. Always learning something new. I did not know this. I thought bees did everything. Or the deer. Yep. So it's 2:46 and the moon's out. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Moon. I had to go all the way back to the Dollar General because I left a whole bag there. So we're putting back a big can of mini ravioli. It was the only one they had there. And then I usually get the kind of Aldi's that taste just like this, but I had to get the Olive Garden dressing. And the cafe, you know. Yeah, so left behind. That's a good message. Yeah, I'm wondering when Bigfoot comes back if he wouldn't mind doing a stream on Left Behind, because I saw that behind the counter when I got there, and I'm thinking that must be mine. I don't want to be left behind. Hope you all don't either. Yeah, but right now for 300 years, we have two moons.
No, we don't.
I'm arguing with my daughter. There's the sun. There's the moon.
The moon, one moon, specific one moon, is right now. One moon.
Right, but look
No,
at
not right.
look at Earth's second moon right now. It's going to be here for 300 years. Well, anyways, the moon usually comes up over there, but this thing has been in the sky all afternoon, and then over there
2 moons would doom the Earth.
is our sun. Somewhere have 2 moons right now.
We don't have 2 moons. 2 moons would doom the Earth.
That's what I thought. But if you look under NASA, what are those things flying around? Bugs. Help. Okay, we only have 1 moon. The other one's just visiting for 300 years. Good morning, everyone. So that was yesterday's, and today is today's. I think today's the 11th. Yeah, I think today's the 11th or 12th. Look at there. We got more up there. And there's more down there. So I haven't set this yet. I don't know what we're gonna do with these pavers, but you know, we'll do something. I decided to put this in a pot because I'm gonna bring it in the fall. But this guy perked up since yesterday. Yesterday it was really warm and everything needed water, and it was laying down and it didn't look none too happy, so it needed some more water. I got the purple basil planted. So this is, if anyone's new to the channel and hasn't been following, this is our herb/flower garden. It's the Waterfall garden. This will be humped up and then it'll go and travel all the way out back. And also, if you're new to the channel, yes, we have a 115-foot white pine tree in our yard. Yeah. I didn't water this yesterday, so I'm gonna have to water that. But anyway, the flax are happy. Yesterday too, these were droopy and looking sad, so everything needed watered. This is still not set, so we're gonna skip. I did get 3 Dusty Miller yesterday. Yeah, and some lights. But up here is where our archway is going to be. And we have a bloom. This came out yesterday or the day before yesterday. So yeah, it's pretty. The underside of it is like a red pink tone. It's so gorgeous. Yep. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I can't wait for this to bloom. That's our midnight masquerade. It has like a lilac-y color flowers. That's the edible Johnny Jump Up violas. And our sage and our chives and the edible snapdragons and thyme, the creeping thyme. And there's citronella and strawberries, spearmint. Yeah, so it's pretty cool up here. So our goal is to have this spot that has no soil. This spot to get humped up a little bit more. And we want chairs and seating up here. And then out here we'll extend it outward, and it's going to wrap all the way around. We'll leave these trees. This is a birch. We'll leave these trees and it'll go all the way out there to that tree out there where the swing is. Yeah, so that's, see, I already started humping up where I want to stop with that garden in front of that big tree. So this is gonna wrap around all the way from out there and connect with this here. Yeah, so I thought that would be mighty cool. And then we'll get rid of this brush, and we'll have a wood pile here though stacked for outdoor burning. And then where this tree sits, Bigfoot mentioned he wants to do, I forgot what they're called, but it's an outdoor like pavilion type thing, where you have the post, and then you have it come up and each post connects at the top, and you have those big beams that go across, and he wants to put a round fire pit in the middle of that. And then he wants to do swings on either all four sides or two sides. Yeah. And then you can have chairs or whatever. Or like maybe a chase lounge. So yeah, that's the goal for this spot. But right now we have a 115-foot white pine that is taking up that spot. This was our old fire pit. This was the base of our old fire pit. Yeah. So here's one flowering crab apple. Yep. And the other one we put out front. And so yeah, this is where that'll end. So this spot here, right to this tree, will join and wrap around all the way around out to that waterfall garden. And no, we're not actually having a waterfall like it's water. It's a waterfall of flowers, different various plants. But yeah, so we still have a lot of yard cleanup. The yard was cleaned up mostly, and then, well, now we have this. Yep. So, yeah. And this is how we made the stairs. This piece is jagged, but we grabbed as many pieces as we could for the stairs for the waterfall garden. There when Jeff had chipped out of the tree, and then, you know, he saw it on the other side and it fell that away. And that's where they all dropped. Yeah. So I had Jeff leave this big because he had an idea of making this as a table, and then we could put stumps or stools or benches around it. But I think Bigfoot and Josh and Allie want to have this as a seat. So we're going to cut this down and make it flat. And whether we have a back on it, I have no idea. But we left it big enough so there would be options. Yeah. Just so you guys can get an idea of how big the stump is, it's still almost as tall as me. Not quite, like up to my shoulder. Yeah, little bit under my shoulder. Yeah. There's a lot more sun out here now. So there's so much sun out here now. That's why we did some of the trees. And two, we want more to eat. This is the Red Delicious. Yep. If I can get it way up there to the top. I left the tag. This one tag I left on there. The ones out front I'll show you in a minute again, but they're about ready to flower, and I love apple blossoms. They're so pretty. Fairy crossing. But I'm hoping that time goes over this log. That'd be pretty to put something all the way around this where, you know, I mean, not too extreme, but something that I got my flannel out here because the bench is pretty warm. It'd be pretty with things hanging down in between these logs, wouldn't it? So, and these are the King Henry violas, and they need watered again. I watered them last night, and they need watered again. I'll do that later, though. I don't want to be doing that in high sun. And then I had spearmint in here growing, but when I did that thing for my mom, I took it out. But that's more King Henry violas. But yeah, so just kind of stand back here and you guys can kind of take a look. It almost kind of looks like a Bigfoot, the way it's shaped. Like down here, the logs, you know, have it be all of its toes. It's funny. it's getting there. So now we need some mulch, some like the black wood chips like I have underneath the apple tree to go in here. We want to do some more soil that has some nutrients in it, and then lay down a good amount of mulch. So I'll take you guys out to go see the other trees out front. Walk through this junk here. And we could probably move Allie's trampoline back out here, but I want to get this raked up first. So that's why we haven't done any of this, because we're always hauling things out, and we still need to do our French drain. Oh, we've been out here. We have this is another reason we don't seed out here, is because our yard is, we want to make it edible. So there is some wild onion out here. It stinks when I mow, but there's those tiny little ground strawberries. And then Bushcraft said this morning that you can make jelly out of these wild violets. Aren't they gorgeous? But we're on the hunt for morel mushrooms now, so now we have to be really careful. Don't step on the mome raths. If anybody's ever watched Alice in Wonderland, you'll know what that means. It's been so dry, though, I really don't expect the mushrooms to be up yet. This is a water maple I had planted 2 years ago, and it's coming back. Mind if we see any dog bombs out here. So let's go up and go look at the hydrangeas are doing good and not good all at the same time. We have a big truck coming by. Yeah, so I would say it's pretty happy out here. I cannot wait for these apple blossoms to come out, but I'm just gonna enjoy the buds for now. It's so pretty. But that guy's pretty tall. Yeah. So this is a wine sap. When I got this, it barely had any leaves like out from it, so it's done really good in the past week or two. I don't know if we've had it a week or two. Good morning, Rich. Rich is across the street yelling good morning. He's doing well. He's been driving every day, going everywhere. Some more wine sap. All right, let's get out there to the tree. This flag. Okay. See, there's the flowering crab. We gave it a good drink last night and planted it, and it's so happy. So yeah, we put this on the other side of the driveway, so when you come in the driveway on either side, you can see it. And Rich is firing up the truck to go again. Y'all, he's been go, 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 go. He's feeling so much better. Yeah, so. All right. Talk to you in a second. Alrighty. He's firing up the charger today. Now the pussy willow tree, trusting God, asked me about it today. I need to look up about this. So these did not come back this year. The parts that hang down, I don't want to go and there are some things on them, so I want to leave it until I research it. And I'm sure a lot of y'all will let me know. Let me know your knowledge. But I am going to research this pussy willow tree and see what I can do about it. And we have the bleeding heart. How cool is that? Now this is, let's see, it wasn't last year, well, it wasn't last spring, it was the spring before, think. Yeah. So this is our second spring/summer of having this. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. And then there's the baby to it. And the baby's looking pretty good. Yeah. I love these. There's animals in those. So inside of a bleeding heart, you have lady slippers, rabbits, a baseball bat. My other neighbor's getting his motorcycle out. You have a harp, and there's like a bunch of things. If you tear them apart in just a certain way, the two little bunnies, and then you have the lady slippers, and there's just like, I think it's like 7 different things inside of a bleeding heart, which I thought was kind of cool. I've taken them apart. I think I did that video last year. I always think that they're neat because inside of here, if I can get this to focus, you can see the water that it holds. You see that? I don't want to touch it and disturb it, but oh, well, so much for that. My fingernails are filthy. I was planting this morning. So yeah, that's where they keep their water. So it's a good flower for, you know, the butterflies and the bees to come and get a drink. So 2 years ago, I don't know if it still stands, but I used to have a bunch of barberries. And you weren't allowed to buy them and bring them into New York State for a while. I don't know if that's still going on, and I don't remember why. But, yeah. I got my grandson's father gave me one of the ones that I had given to him years ago. So it wasn't looking good the first couple of years, but now it's looking good. It's looking better. It didn't like being moved, but it was a big bush, and then this is all that came back from it. And I have a lot of pickup in here to do. This is another big tree out front. Of the base of this tree is not too ridiculous. That's an apple basket that I threw out here, and again, I still have not picked up this pile, but this base of this tree is pretty ridiculous. Yeah. Yep. So, and that's how close it is to the house. Yeah, to get an idea of how dangerous that is. So that one and that one over there work like sails, so once one goes, we'll have to take down the other with it. The edible flower boxes are doing well. The dark purple pansies are up. Lettuce and the spearmint and more spinach and lettuces, more snapdragons. I don't know what kind. This is the spring mix, so I don't know what pops up over here. It could be anything. It looks like this got pinched off, so we'll help that and pinch it off and see there's new growth pinching. So when you harvest from your spearmint, you pinch here and it pushes that new growth out to grow. See? So every time you pinch, you got something behind there. That's a cut and come again. So, yeah. And I got my spring wreath out there. I took it off the door because Bigfoot was not happy with it at all. It kept coming off. So there's the violas, which are also edible. More pansies coming behind them. This is the blue pansy. We did not eat this before it wilted, but that's okay. I love these blue ones. They're so pretty. Well, they're purpley to me, but it's like a purple blue. So yeah, everything in there is edible. And then this is my mom's, but she left it behind. Hopefully she'll be back to come get it. And this gavel and ice thing. that's another whole story. Yeah, but these Johnny Jump Up violas are doing well, so I'm really glad that I planted more to come up behind these ones. Okay, down here, I have these guys that are not going to be coming back. Those are some hydrangeas that did not work out too well on Easter. This I saved from last year, this Finca vine. And we'll see what happens, but it is growing. And this is that thingamajiggy that I made that I haven't really done anything yet with it other than having this fake thing here. And I planted one pansy in here, which is going crazy. So I still need to plant in here. I don't want to be in a hurry because I don't know if I want to do all flowers, because these pots are not that big up here. They get bigger as they go down. But I think I'm just going to do flowers. I don't think this is something that I want to be picking off from and have herbs in. So I think I am going to just do flowers, like maybe some petunias. Funny, the different hosta varieties take longer than some. Like the ones up there, they're coming up, where others are just starting to push. This is our citrus mint, and then there's an orange mint in here. Right here, it's just starting to pop up. So I don't believe our lemon balm came back this year. I see nothing, like absolutely nothing. This is all dry. The sticks are all brittle. This was the rosemary or thyme. I think this was the thyme. And then this was the lemon balm. But I don't see this. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't see it coming back up. So I'm going to give it another week, maybe 2. And then if it does not come back up, I'm going to pull it out of here. We'll see, but I don't know. I got something down here, so I'm not sure, and I don't want to pick any because I want as much as I can of it, but that could be some, yeah, see, I don't know. It could be coming back. We'll have to see. I don't remember what this bush is. I think it's an azalea. I think so. I think it's an azalea. So that's coming up. And I think that's what I'm going to do out here. I'm going to just basically keep this kind of simple, but not simple, and just have the hydrangeas, the hosta, and azaleas out here. I think this is some kind of anonymous. I think this is I don't remember if this is the green emerald or, I don't know, but it changes different colors from the red, the green, yellow. I think it's like an anonymous or emerald. I forgot what it's called, and I don't remember what this is, if it's a weed or what. And I don't know if this is milkweed. I don't know, but again, I'm gonna leave that kind of stuff for the butterflies. And then our hydrangea from 2 years ago is coming back. So, but I'm gonna have to go through and pick off and cut all these dead branches off to allow and let the new stuff push up. All right, that's enough of that.